Alright, hello, hello! Huh, I think OBS seems to have disconnected, but hopefully it's back. It's a little weird. But yeah, hello! Hello, Hannah! How's it going? Yeah! I was just getting some tea. I have some chamomile mint tea that I'm gonna have. So... Alright, so today we're doing The Return of the Great Departed Soul. Hi Q_. How are you doing? Good to see you. I've been good. How are you? It's been really hot here, so I've been just trying to stay out of the heat. Yeah. Oh, nice to see you. Yeah. We're back on Ace Attorney. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta stay inside when it's hot. It's like crazy out there. I did take a walk today, but after the sun went down, I walked over to there's a local salad place and I got a nice cool salad for dinner and then walked back sweating. Amazing fruit. The fruit is really good here. You know, actually, I have kind of a beef with the fruit here, and the reason is that it's too expensive. It's really good fruit, but it's always expensive. And sometimes, I like to eat fruit often, so if you want to eat fruit every day, it gets really expensive and you're like, I don't want to pay 700 yen for one mango when I don't necessarily want to pay 200 yen for one apple or 150 yen for one banana. It kind of adds up. So yeah, mangoes are really expensive here and they're not even good. I've just given up on mangoes. I love mangoes, but yeah, I can't get really good mangoes here unless you want to spend a lot of money. The regular mangoes at the grocery store though are 700 yen and they're not good. Watermelons, you will pay about 2,000 yen for a very a miniature watermelon. It's a personal size watermelon. Yeah, and that's the regular price at the grocery store. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. Recently I bought some cherries and they were really good, but I paid about 300 yen for 20 cherries. So yeah, $3 to $5 a kilo for a watermelon. That's not too bad. You can eat a lot of watermelon, so seems okay. But yeah, the fruit is really good, but it pains me sometimes. I bought 2 peaches last week because peaches are in season and they were 600 yen for 2 peaches. So yeah, they're good, but salaries are not as high here as in the US as well. So it's not even it can be equivalent to US prices. It's just even more expensive. So yeah, Wallaccoon F. I do like fruit though. Let me adjust my seat. Okay. But yeah, that's my pain. I do love fruit though. The one thing that is good here is the strawberries are really good and kind of reasonably priced, and Japanese seasonal fruits are pretty reasonably priced, mikan, and then kaki, the persimmons. Time to grow my own. I wish. Yeah, I don't have a yard at all. There's no yard. So, strawberries? I don't think I can grow strawberries in a cost-effective manner. If you had a fruit tree would be okay. A fruit tree, I think you can be cost-effective for growing fruit, but strawberries maybe a little difficult to get your good return. If a flat of strawberries costs maybe like 600 yen. So I don't know how much I'm gonna pay to like buy strawberry plants and the soil and the food for them, and yeah. And there's labor to like remember to take care of them. Also, I don't have any place to put strawberry bushes. Unfortunately. Although I did buy a basil plant recently. I'm trying to grow this basil plant. I put it in my window. Yeah, the window just doesn't have... I don't really get good sun here, so I am hoping the basil plant will survive. But yeah, my window doesn't have good sun, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm trying, but it's okay. I'll just complain about fruit prices. I think that's the best I can do. The fruit is good, but yeah. Sometimes you just want like medium quality fruit for like a cheaper price. That would be nice. Yeah, the basil is in like the very corner of the window that gets the most sun, so I'm hoping it'll be enough. But yeah. Right now, it is growing. It made more leaves, so I have hope for it. Alright, let's see. That's the pain of Japan. The food is good. Generally, the food is not that expensive though. Like, meat prices are okay. The meat is more expensive than the US, but not much more. Okay, no problem. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. I do start my stream kind of late. Yeah, the fruit. Good, but yeah, Wallet-kun F. Yeah. I do want to travel, and I want to go to like Thailand as well. I've heard there's really good fruits in Vietnam, so that would be really good. And good food in general. Yeah. Oh, the mangoes. I'm a hoe for mangoes. They're my favorite. I could eat so many. That's why I'm in mango pain here. Alright. I said one day I'm gonna have like a mango party, and I'm gonna buy like a whole bunch of mangoes without looking at the prices, and then I'm gonna eat lots of mangoes just for one day. That's my plan. Anyway, I'll let you get to sleep, and I'll go ahead and start the game. Mini mango fruit game? Mini mango fruit trees? Ooh, that would be good. Tennis ball sized, huh? Interesting. I'd love to have one of those trees if I had a yard. That sounds awesome. Alright, let's see. They're for indoors, really? Alright, I'll Google it. I'll Google it because I'm curious. If I could grow my own mangoes. Oh man. Back when I lived in California, at one point, we had an avocado tree and an orange tree in our backyard. And the avocado tree was like taller than the house, and we had unlimited avocados, and it was amazing. And the orange tree was so nice. It smelled so good with the orange blossoms, like in the wintertime. And then, or orange blossoms in the summer, and the oranges would be in the wintertime. They're great, like winter fruits. So, avocados are iffy. Oh no. Ours were really good. They weren't as flavorful as like the Hass avocados, but they were super creamy. I think the kind we had were like called Fuerte. Never know if they're ripe or not. Oh no. We did also have a problem with squirrels eating them. The squirrels were always like, they would take like one bite out of the avocado and then they would like throw it to the ground. It would make us so angry. It was like a constant squirrel battle. And they would always drop the avocados on the roof of the house, and so we'd be like inside the house, and then it would be like bump 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 blap. And I'd be like, oh god damn it. Damn squirrels. They also didn't know if it was ripe. Probably, yeah. Yeah, avocados grow on trees. They do. Like quite tall trees. They get pretty tall. Our avocado tree that I had a long time ago, it was bigger than the house, like a one-story house, but it was taller than the house. We had to get this really long pole with a grabber like arm on it to grab the avocados. You would pick it and then it would fall into the basket on the pole and then bring the pole down to get the fruit out. Oh, a lot of fruit trees. That's the best. Like super fresh, like ripe fruit right from the tree is so good. So much more flavorful than like the stuff you can get at the grocery store. Ooh, a banana tree. Oh, I've never had like a fresh banana. Ooh, apple, peach, mandarin, and banana. That's such a good combo. And you'll have like different fruits throughout the year, right? Because apples are fall, peaches are now, so summer. The mandarins are winter. And bananas, I have no idea. Oh, interesting. Huh? Squirrel's like, avocado. No. Yeah, it was constant. They were, I mean, I don't blame them. Avocados are delicious, but is it like a Q underscore for the fruit trees? Is it were they like a combo tree where it was like multiple fruits on one tree? I've seen some of those where they like graft different fruit trees onto one like rootstock. Oh, bananas fruit every 4 to 6 months. That's really, oh, that's great. Man, I wish I had some fresh fruit trees. Got nothing here. They started as apple trees. Alright, I should start this. And somehow grafted to peach. I've seen that before though, like the trees that have like multiple different like trees grafted onto one tree. Apples and peaches. That's so cool though. It's convenient. Then you can have like multiple fruits from one tree. And then hopefully the rootstock is like something really good too, so. Yeah, my parents have an apple tree, but it's not doing so well. I think it's gonna die. But it doesn't grow. I don't think apple trees grow so well like where my parents live. Not quite the right environment for them. A little too hot, a little too rainy. Yeah. I think apple trees are difficult. Oh well. Yeah, I don't think my parents are taking care of it. Alright, what do we got? Alright. Ah! Yeah, that's what my parents have been getting. The tiny ones. Oh, you have apple trees there. We'll have to trade you then. Someone can trade apples for tropical fruits. Yeah. Okay, let's do some of this. All right, we're back in the room. So we're doing the investigation. So the last thing that happened in the game was we were doing the trial part 1, and so far we've discovered that there was an extra balloon in the sky, and we think that the guy that died was inside the balloon, and someone shot down the balloon, and then he fell out of the balloon. But then, who was on the stage? I don't know. There's many questions. Yeah. Thank you for the chats, Q underscore. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming by. I hope the basil plant grows as well. It's doing okay. I don't have a green thumb anyway, so no promises on its survival, but maybe. We'll see. It's hard, right? I think I might pay too much attention. I tend to overwater, so it's hard not to, though. Alright, maybe I'll post it on Twitter or something. I should keep track of my progress on Twitter. The basil Yeah. I get paranoid though that it needs water. Alright. Oh, this room. It's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest though. And it's been some 6 months, hasn't it? Ah, that's a long time for things to stay so familiar. Oh, if it's a little dry then water. If not, it's okay. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll take some pictures. I didn't know when you might return, and I wanted everything to be as you'd left it. Really? Is that it? I think you just didn't clean up. You got this, girl. I'll do my best. Ganbarimasu. But it has been some 6 months, it's true. So is your father alright, Susie? What happened? My father? Yes, Professor Mikotoba. I mean, it was half a year ago, but that's why you went back to Japan. Because of the telegram you received saying he had fallen ill with a very high fever for unknown reasons. Yeah, wait, this is sus now. She doesn't know? Or she forgot already? That's right. So I was surprised to learn you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised but happy. Oh, she looks pensive. I think I wrote about it in my letter to you. That it was all a trick. My father's in fine health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that. Well, we're all delighted to have you back. It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium. Ooh. The International Forensic... Oh, that's the same symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned. Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and all that matters now is that I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh my god, I'm coughing. I'm dying, hold on. Oh! You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan. Yes, of course, I shall. And there's one other thing. Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention. About you know who. About Kazuma. I know. I'll tell you all that I can. Okay. Is there anything we can like look at in the room? Let's examine the room, shall we? What do we got? Anything here? You have water gently boiling on the stove, I see. It feels wrong somehow if I can't hear the water bubbling away. And we have plenty of logs. It's not like we have to worry about paying for gas. It's important to open the window for fresh air when the fire's burning, though. You can't keep it closed just because it's cold outside. It could be a matter of life and death. And avoiding the freezing winter air is a matter of life and death too, if you ask me. Oh well. Perhaps a nice cup of tea will warm you up later. Alright, anything here? What do we got? You see? I've been keeping my desk beautifully covered in papers as always. You really must tidy it all up, Mr. Naruhodo. No more excuses. But Mr. Sato, the way I see it, all these papers building up on my desk like this are a reminder of my wonderfully diverse life. I like to leave them as they are, so I never forget how lucky I am to have such varied experiences. In that case, you should definitely have a thorough tidy. Then you'll be able to see your papers building up all over again and feel that joy renewed. Still can't beat her in an argument, even though I'm the lawyer here. What else do you got? This? Oh, I'm so looking forward to making you some tea again, Mr. Naruhodo. Which you'd think I wouldn't like, given that I'm not all that keen on bitter flavors, but it is Susato-san's tea. And it's amazing what a little cake or something on the side can do. Ah, hi Soyu! Hello, hello! I would dearly love to serve you some sort of Japanese sweet alongside your matcha green tea. But I suppose that's simply not possible given how long we've been staying here in London. Well, I do like the little chocolates that you put with my tea. They go wonderfully. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you would, wouldn't you? That gives me a warm glow inside for some reason. What, we got the shovel over here too? Thinking back, that spade's been in here since we first moved in, hasn't it? I'm sure I've told you before, Mr. Naruhodo. It's not a spade, it's a shovel. No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel. The great spade shovel war rages on. Anything else over here? Nothing particular of note. Oh, we've got this Daruma back here. I see your Daruma still only has one eye filled in. Well, we agreed that it's something we do together, didn't we? We could do it right now if you like. I'd be happy with that. I rather like the anticipation, I think, Mr. Naruhodo. Ooh, alright. I think... is that it? What else do we got over here? Alright, Matthew. Have a good time at the supermarket. I'm sure the case won't get solved for at least a few more weeks, so don't worry. Yeah, their conversations are super cute. I hope they, like, get married in the end or something. We'll see. It must be about a year now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I called it The Hound of the Baskervilles. Yeah, but then Mr. Sholmes forbade you from publishing it, and put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it. So nobody knows anything about it apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie? She did. Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it. Oh, she's gonna cry. And you wouldn't tell me. How'd you come to know it? Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time. Ooh, really? Oh! Okay. I'm only sorry I've had to keep it from you for so long, Iris. Alright, let's talk about it. The Hound of the Baskervilles. It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, The Hound of the Baskervilles. What? My Baskerville story? Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and... Susato, what are you doing? You know this story? The Hound of the Baskervilles? Yeah, I've read it before a long time ago. Oh, Father! Did you look at those papers? No, I simply read the label, that's all. Well, put it out of your mind. Sorry? Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anyone about this. Do you understand? Ooh. But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan? I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed that it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholmes's exploits. She's too shocked to say anything. That's surprising for Iris. When I finally turned to Japan, I asked Father to explain. but he refused to answer any of my questions, and there was no sign of the big box in his office. Dot dot dot. That's really all I know about it. I have no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still. I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you. Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie. Alright. Good to know. Alright, I think we've done everything here, so let's go back. And I guess we can converse now. Oh, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Alright, let's do it. Back in Britain. When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely. The awful trial? Oh, yes. For the murder of Giselle Brett. Oh, you dressed as a man then, didn't you, Susie? Oh, well, yes, since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice. Wow, amazing! I wish I'd seen it. Don't you, Bruno? Yes, I suppose so. I want to play at being a lawyer now. I could wear a false mustache, maybe. I don't think any mustache could hide the fact that you're just 10 years old, Iris. Yeah, mustache is gonna look even more suspicious on a child. Alright, hold on, I have some of my tea. I gotta drink it while it's hot. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Mrs. Sato. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. You said in your letter it was something to do with that convict's loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings. That's right. The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it. It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted about his time in Britain. I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned white as a sheet.
A collar.
Not for you, Sparky, don't worry. Why would that be then? Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets. Oh, Susie! That's a very meaningful look Susato-san's giving Iris there. Alright, let's talk about Forensic Science Symposium! Lord Strongheart mentioned something about that symposium too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries in the world would attend. Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jigoku have been invited. Wait, Judge Jigoku? Oh my goodness. Okay, Jigoku means hell in Japanese. It's something of an honor, I believe. Well, Professor Mikotoba is the leading expert in forensic medicine in our country after all. Yeah, Judge Hell. Give him hell, Judge. But who's the other person you mentioned? Judge, did you say? Yes, His Excellency, Judge Seishiro Jigoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. You can't possibly have forgotten. That terrible trial of yours, when you were accused of murder. Yes, I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days. Well, it was Judge Jigoku who presided over that trial. Oh, he's coming. Alright. If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face again in my life. Oh, well, anyway, as Father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but, well, I couldn't wait. So I pleaded with him, and in the end he agreed to me going on ahead. Yes, about the symposium. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put in an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important. I believe it is, yes. As I understand it, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General, the most senior position in the British justice system. He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition. Does Professor Mikotoba know Lord Strongheart personally then, I wonder? Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech all about this very subject only yesterday. But I sort of lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it. How trying for you. Alright, let's talk about Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett. The woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongly accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Oh yeah, that's the lady with the crazy hat. The swan hat lady. Yes, Giselle Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live. And she ran away too, right? She ran away to like, didn't she run? She like escaped from the beach? Something like sketchy, right? She's on the run. The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget. Wait, what? All right, hold on, tea time. Okay. Sorry? Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually exist. Didn't exist? But how can that be? It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Shin. And she wasn't a visiting student either. That was only a front. A front? Who on earth was she then? Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her. Nobody knows why, or even how she came to be in Japan. It's a complete mystery. But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. What could the woman have been up to? I'm afraid I really don't know. The only thing we can be sure of is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand. And now she's been killed. While all the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered. Wait, she was killed? I'm confused now. I thought she escaped. No? Is that not right? Oh no. Oh man. I'm afraid so. A. Shin. Who on earth was she? And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere? Wait, I have? I don't remember it. Alright, what about Kazuma? After my friend Ray's trial, the reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange. Oh, that's right. It was someone else who escaped, right? Oh, okay. That's right. Oh, I remember now. She was at the beach and she got killed in that, like, the changing hut. But I thought somebody else escaped. Whoever killed her, who I can't remember who that is now. Alright. That's right, Mini Memo. That's right. I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. In that visiting student's fate. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know that the guy never made it to England, that he died on that steamship, and that he'll never. Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later, I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama. And what did you learn? Well, after he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there. Should have been? Well, it turns out that his body never arrived. It just disappeared. What? Kazuma's body vanished? He's still alive! Oh my god, he must still be alive! Yes! Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown, except Kazuma-sama isn't there. Did Professor Mikotowa know about this? Yes, it would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak. I just don't believe it. And what is this acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden? Alright, the Kazuma mystery. Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Burya were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we? Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive? Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to... Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly. Okay, Sholmes is in on it. Sholmes is in on it. Ah, you're right. He's in on it. That's the answer. So if Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us. Yeah, but there's no reason why he would possibly have done such a thing. I suppose that's true, yes. Or is there a reason? That's the question. The idea that he might still be alive somewhere. It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it, because if it turned out not to be true, then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again. I'm terrified of what that might do to me. Oh, Miss Susato. I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. It's Susato-san we're talking about after all. So I probably shouldn't push it now. Aw, poor girl. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well. So, you're fully abreast of the situation already, Mr. Sato. I'd expect nothing less, to be honest. I think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber. The engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick. Yes, a conjurer of sorts by the sound of it, well known in the fields of science and magic. Then we need to go and arrest him! Well, yes. He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really do need to find the man. It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police, or a great detective. Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think. Good idea. Well, best of luck then. Oh, you're not coming today? I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how you got on, won't you? That was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong. I don't know why there's something wrong with OBS, like it keeps reconnecting to the chat room constantly. But I feel like my internet should be fine. Yeah. I'm connected to like regular old internet. Yeah, everything seems okay. It is a mystery, but hopefully everything is fine. Alright. Let me check OBS real quick. Yeah, seems okay. The connection seems fine. Alright. It's a mystery. ちょっと待って. Okay. So, I guess we have to move. A new location has been added. I guess we should go to the... let's go to the prison, I guess. Do you know, I don't believe we visited this place for some time. Alright, let's visit it. 23rd of October. Oh my goodness. Local prison. Cell 11. What's he doing? He's... oh my! The whole wall of this cell is covered in mathematical equations. And he's still writing more now. Professor? Sorry to interrupt. Here he comes. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, and who is this young lady? My name is Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. Oh, if only I'd met a refined young woman like you sooner. None of this would have happened. No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all. Oh dear, I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you. I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in court this morning. Oh no. The whole thing, the whole miserable affair. It all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot. Professor Harebrain, what have you been working on in your cell? Oh, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see. I simply had to write it all down. The wall was all I had to hand. Oh, is it some new hypothesis? Something to surpass super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe? No, actually, this is my autobiography. Your autobiography? How I was diddled and fiddled by Albert Harebrain. I found I can represent my odd fortunes with only odd numbers in an ambitious set of simultaneous equations. Really? I'm gonna have to pay back all the loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see. So it's gonna be a new serial publication from next month. Part 1, an odd birth, an odd upbringing. You can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little more about the case? Oh, yes! I've been working through the numbers. I was diddled, I was fiddled by the pair of them. By Asman and by that aloof engineer, Drebber. No, we're not gonna have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? Alright, we gotta talk to him, I guess. Alright, let's talk about this morning's trial. Everything I believed has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Asman, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even. I'm sorry it's come to this. There was really no other way. No, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public. No, of course you didn't. But in court this morning, I realized something. Oh? If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you were aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me. Oh, Professor. He believed in me this morning, you know. Barack did. He believed in my hypothesis. Well, I think that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case. No, Barack wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it. Did he? I think I understand now. Why it was that he decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean. Yeah, what is wrong with OBS? My goodness, it is crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna try closing and reopening some of the docs. Chat, come back. Alright. And... no, not this one. Very interesting. Oh well. It is what it is. Alright. Alright, let's talk about Van Ziek's motivation. Why, oh why, was Van Ziek's, why is he doing what he's doing? That is a good question. After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even. I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there. So if any other prosecutor had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Barack, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete and utter nonsense. And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor. Exactly. Which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Barack insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish. You think that's why he... I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul. Batman is an extremely kind-hearted soul? That guy? No way, man. What happened to him? But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he? Yeah, right? Well, admittedly, part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it. And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea? Alright, let's talk about Mr. Osman. Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start? I'm sorry to say, that does seem very likely, yes. When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper I'd written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was so empathetic. But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems. I still can't believe it. As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic. It probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually. But the scale of it, it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception. All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it. Many of us take on barely legal part-time work to try to earn just a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all of that, only to be taken for a complete fool. It's too rotten to be believed. It is, I agree. And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Hi Pan Pan! How are you doing? Thank you for coming by! I bear no grudges for all of the Triceratops hits. We're doing Ace Attorney. Mr. Asmon is no more, of course, which leaves only the engineer. Mr. Enoch Drebber. Alright, let's see. We gotta find about Drebber the engineer. We have to find him. Is he an engineer? Or a magician? Or a swindler? The Dino Force is relentless. That is true. A force to be reckoned with, for sure. It was about a year ago when Mr. Asmon first brought Drebber to meet me at my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine. But at no point did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist? Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist. What do you mean? It was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question the man's a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation. I see. But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. Are there no more clues you can give us as to his whereabouts? Are there? I'm sorry. We only ever discussed the kinesis machine. Nothing else. Although, just once, I did visit his workshop. What workshop? Drebber's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine. Why didn't you mention this before? Enoch Drebber's workshop. There's every chance we might find the man there. Alright, let's talk about Drebber's workshop. So, you've been to Drebber's place of work then? Yes, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place, plenty of room to construct a kinesis machine, you see? Where can we find it? We have to go there at once. There's a good chance that we'll find Drebber there. Well, yes, definitely, I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not gonna want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. I'm so sorry. I was more than half expecting that. You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there. He blindfolded you? Oh, he wasn't taking any chances then. The place was incredible! The pinnacle of modern engineering! Even the oil he used was the very best. A special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. The indescribable scent of that imported oil. Okay, that seems like a clue. Hi Matthew Preston! Did you miss any shocking twists? No. Although, okay, I think the only thing you missed maybe was that when Susato-san was talking about Kazuma, she mentioned that they never found his body, so maybe he's still alive, but if he's alive, then Herlock Sholmes is in on it since he examined the body and confirmed that he was dead. So then we just kind of left that and we came over here and we're talking to the crazy scientist guy. And that's all we got so far. Welcome back though. I feel like this is going to be a clue, the scent of the imported oil. So maybe we can use that to find the laboratory. Perfumers across the world should forget their secret formula and use that instead. Yeah, the plot thickens, indeed. What do you think, Miss Susato? Eau de machine for your next birthday? I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo, and I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. She's not having it. I don't suppose you know even part of the workshop's address, Professor? You don't have a business card from Mr. Drebber, for example? The man was clearly very cautious, Miss Susato. I'm sure... Yes, I do! He gave me his business card once. It's right here. Look! What? Let me see that! Ooh, watch out, she's gonna do the Susato takedown. Throw etiquette to the wind, why don't you? Anik Drebber, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address. No. Oh well, I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful. Alright. Drebber's card has been entered into the court record. Alright, we're gonna have to check it out. Alright, I guess that's all we got here. So let's look at the court record actually. Let us take a look here. Alright. What do we got? What do we got? Can't find anything out of place. Is there anything on the back though? Oh, there's a smudge. Is this the magical oil? Maybe. This dark smudge here. I think perhaps it's machine oil. Ah, yes, possibly. Professor Harebrained mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber uses, didn't he? He said it was specially imported, very high quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Yes, that's right. But more importantly, that it's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So, excuse me a moment. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all. Don't worry. I expect that's just because there's such a tiny amount on here. Alright, we got some details updated. Alright, I guess that's it for that. So let's go back. And I think we're gonna have to... We've done all the talking, so I think there's nothing else to really examine here, so let us move. Ooh, there's new things. Susato-san says don't go here. We could go here. We could go here. We could go here. She seems to want to go there. Shams is. Oh no! I didn't mean to go there. Oh crap! Let's go back. I didn't. No, I don't want to go here. Hold on, hold on. Oh no! Can I not go back? All right, hold on. Dang. All right, I guess we have to do this now. At least until I can go back to the traveling again. 23rd of October, Shams's suite. Yep. Oh, okay, there's nothing here. Okay, fine. Phew. Let's see. We've got. Yeah, let's go here. I think we should go top down. That's my strategy. To go top down to all the places that seem to be places that Susato-san wants to visit. Alright, 23rd of October, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. Ooh, there's a visitor. Who could it be? Oh, who's that standing behind Lord Strongheart? Oh, hold on, I gotta finish my tea. 1 second, it's getting cold, I have to finish it. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I got some chamomile and mint. Cause it's nighttime, so I can't have any caffeine. Alright, who's that standing behind Lord Strongheart? I wonder. I have never seen her before. Oh, she turned around. Ah, the young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result. Oh, you mean because of Professor Harebrained's experiment? Sham science being demonstrated at London's great exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrambling to respond. Lord Van Zieks is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing. Oh dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in.
The special dispensation that prevents investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with that scrap metal in no time.
Yeah, it's scrap metal now, is it? Until later then, Lord Strongheart.
Yes, thank you.
Man, she looks serious. I wonder if she's also a scientist. We'll see. Who was that?
That was Dr. Courtney Scythe, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. She's leading the forensic investigation team's handling of this case. She was just delivering her report about the victim, in fact.
Oh, I see. About Mr. Asman.
Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to re-evaluate its findings. I don't have any time to tell you what she concluded, but if you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory.
Oh, right.
Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time.
So he's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore. Alright, we get to talk to him? I guess so. The Forensic Investigation Team. What do we got? What exactly is the Forensic Investigation Team that you mentioned before?
The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created the Forensic Investigation Team a year ago now, unofficially of course, to pave the way.
Goodness, a year ago.
At next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics
fox, not a computer,
division.
Sarunoni. But I can definitely zoom in on some delicious corn if you have any.
Hi, Sarunoni.
Zoom, enhance. I may be a cute little fox, but I don't have magical zooming powers.
Wait,
Sorry to disappoint.
why did it do twice? Is it broken? Oh no. I'm using a development build of the PogTTS, the plugin that does the AI. So the developer told me this might fix like the problem where Sparky was like crashing yesterday or 2 days ago. But maybe it's also sending things twice, so I'm not sure if that's an improvement. But we'll see. I'm gonna give some feedback later after this to how it worked.
Alright. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly.
What do you mean?
For too long, those scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. But London's scum is about to be rounded up and burnt in the fires of hell. I intend to see to it personally.
Hi,
Ace
Bunny.
Attorney, objection. I may be a fox, but I'd love to play that game with you, Bunny Bauple.
Oh, cute. That's the first time I think, yeah. Sparky also responds to bits and subs, so.
Ace Attorney, huh? That's a pretty cool game.
Yep.
But you know
Okay.
what would make it even better? Playing it while enjoying a bowl of corn.
Alright, this one's broken. I'm gonna use the other version and we're gonna see if that works. Alright, hold on, let me close this one. And I'm gonna try using the old version. I was using a development version of the VTS Pog, the plugin, that was supposedly trying to fix the crash that I was having, but it seems to be sending like double, so that's also not good. Alright, I'm using the other version now, so hopefully it's okay. Well, I'm gonna test it out, hold on.
Let me test it out. How are you feeling? We'll see if it still does double.
I'm feeling a bit hungry, Neo. But other than that, I'm doing fine.
Alright, good. Is he gonna D-double? No. Okay. I think it's fixed then. Okay, we'll keep using this version. Alright. I intend to see to it personally. By creating the finest police force the world has ever known, to protect our honor and our future. Oh, look at those eyes. He means every word.
Also, thank you for the bits, Bunny Purple. It's very kind of you. Thank you, thank you.
Dr. Scythe is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensics division at Scotland Yard, she will run it as my right-hand woman. Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikotoba.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
Yes, that's right. I understand he'll arrive at the beginning of next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? He does look straight out of Castlevania, right?
With Professor Mikotoba, I mean.
It was many years ago now, but yes, I remember Dr. Mikotoba very well.
Alright, I guess let's talk about it.
If my memory serves, it was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
It was the year I was born. So yes, 16 years ago in fact.
Wait, she's only 16? Mikotoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly. Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way.
I didn't think that you were.
Dr. Mikotoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. St. Sinners, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Scythe was also there then, as it happens.
Then, Dr. Scythe knows my father, does she?
She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I've no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikotoba was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total.
6 years? That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it? Now, I lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years? That's kind of harsh, I have to agree.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
What do you mean? Why?
Well, clearly something was going on at the time. Alright, let's talk about Lord Van Zieks, shall we? I wanted to ask you about Lord Van Zieks, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that right? It's the Batman origin story!
You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes. And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper.
Yeah, that's right.
What? Why? When his brother, Clint Van Zieks, was murdered. It was just after young Barak had graduated from the University of London and become a prosecutor. When obvious criminals who managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing. Rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that wherever Barak Van Zieks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind.
Oh my word.
So, Lord Van Zieks isn't the Reaper, it's the ghost of his brother? Wait a second. Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart. Go ahead. It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains, if possible. Are you well versed in science, then? Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently. Well, the special dispensation legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Within a few hours, Dr. Scythe's team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage, as long as you touch nothing. Thank you! Being able to look at it is better than nothing. And I'll be able to see it too. Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls. We are extremely sorry to have troubled you when you're so busy, my lord. I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium, you understand. Alright, I guess that's it. Alright, let's go somewhere else then. A new location has been added. Alright, well we've already been to the prison. Experimentation stage? Where else we got? Madame Tuspel's. Oh, okay. I think we should go here because it's the new place, right? She's rather excited about it, so we should go there. Let's go. Oh wow, it looks so old-timey and scary. And there's just random blood on the table. Great. 23rd of October, Forensics Laboratory. I believe this is it. Dr. Scythe's laboratory. That chemical smell really assaults the nose. And there's plenty to assault the eyes in here too. It looks as though the doctor isn't here. But we're here now, so we may as well do some sightseeing, don't you think? What a seasoned tourist you've become, Miss Susato. We could just have a little look around, being careful not to upset any restless souls. Alright, well, I guess examine? What do we got here? There's a saw on the table. Oh, nothing particular of note. Alright, what about here? Nothing particular of note. What about here? A table and a set of sharp tools. When you consider each in isolation, it all looks quite innocent. So why is it that when you put them side by side, they seem so horribly disturbing? It might be best not to ponder it too deeply. Seeing the large tome that's open on the desk does make me wonder, though. How can anybody concentrate on bookwork with this acrid odor of chemicals in the air? You'd either have to have a cast iron constitution or a really terrible sense of smell. It's true. Alright, what else do we got here? We've got this over here. Nothing particular of note. What about this microscope? That looks promising. Alright. Look at all the bottles on the shelves in these cabinets. What an assortment of chemicals. These ones here are labeled highly toxic. Ugh, that's worrying. Because there are also things that look like salt and pepper shakers in there. Oh, yes. And actually, they say salt and pepper on them. The doctor probably spends a lot of time in this room, I suppose. Perhaps she has meals here sometimes. Life goes on, even when you're surrounded by death. Okay, I guess let's check this out. Look at this big, thick book here. Ah, it appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spending, I think. Oh? What is it? It's clear that the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis, but... well, One entry seems rather strange. Really? In what way? They're buying 500 scalpels every month. 500? They must be working really hard on dissecting corpses. I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances. And scalpel blades can be sharpened too. It does seem a bit strange. You're right. 500 scalpels a month. What could they be possibly using them all for? Yeah, that is a lot of scalpels, right? My god. I mean, I don't know how many people are like here, or who are in the group that needs scalpels, but I mean, it seems like a lot. What are you doing? Oh, has she arrived? She has. Alright. She looks serious. Sorry, we had something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't here, so... So you thought you'd snoop around? That's acceptable to you people from the East, is it? Well, what do you want? Lord Strongheart told us, you see, that it was you who examined the victim's body. Mr. Asmon's body, I mean. So we came to ask you about your findings, on Lord Strongheart's advice. Very well. If the Lord Chief Justice has given his consent, I'll tell you what our investigation revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately. Okay, let's talk to her. Your findings, please do tell us. So, you want to know what the forensic investigation team determined from its examination of the scene? The victim, Mr. Odie Asman, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amid an explosion, and the Mr. Asman who appeared moments later, partway up the Crystal Tower, were without question one and the same person. That is the team's conclusion. But that can't be right. If it was an elaborate trick, we can only speculate about how it was carried out. Let's see. If two people who looked very similar to each other were involved... Are they identical twins? Is it a twin trap? They could have made it appear as if one single person had switched places, couldn't they? Very true, but sadly in this instance, that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person. The fingerprints at the scene make that quite evident. Oh, okay, that's fair. I think even identical twins have separate fingerprints, right? So, all right, no twins. Fingerprints. They're not yet officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system, but one day they will be used as an investigative aid as a matter of course. Oh my, but that would mean that the instantaneous kinesis actually took place. So, where does that leave us? I still don't believe it actually took place. There's gotta be some explanation. My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions. Instantaneous kinesis is impossible, and yet the body did move from one place to another. This hasn't cleared anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery. Yes, that is true. What? Mama, what is this? Where did she spring from? And did she just call the doctor Mama? This is a lawyer, dear. Oh. Hello? To meet you? Pleased to meet you? Yes, I'm a defense lawyer. Do you know Skinner? Mama. Yes. Can I cut this one up? What? Oh my god, no. Oh no. I've never seen inside an Eastern person before. I want to know what it looks like. No, that's not cool, dude. Of course you can't. It's a live specimen, as you can very well see. Wait, sorry, doctor? Sorry, Mom. No! She's so creepy. Oh my god. No.
Boring.
Wow, okay. So the daughter is like a murderer, I guess, in the making. I think I just had a near-death experience.
Oh dear. Mr. Naruhodo, you're as pale as a corpse.
If 500 scalpels now seems small. Yeah, maybe that's where they're all going. Then let's leave before I've been mistaken for one. Alright. Alright, I guess we gotta get out of here. Nothing else to see. So, only other place we can go, I guess, is the experimentation stage. Oh, she's rather excited about it. That seems to be the key to knowing where to go. If Susato's excited about it, that's where we should go. Alright, nothing to see here. Right. Alright, 23rd of October. The Great Exhibition Grounds, foot of the Crystal Tower.
I had no idea there were so many people in the world.
I know what you mean. It's really packed here today.
It feels as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds to this point.
Has it? I shut my brain down, so I didn't really notice, to be honest.
Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Mr. Naruhodo.
Wait, oh my god, that's such a backhanded compliment. There you are. I had a feeling you lot would show your mugs before long. Oh, who is it? Oh no, it's Inspector Gregson. Oh, Inspector Gregson. I see you're hard at work as usual. Warm greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since we last met. What's with all the ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning. Not you, Sunshine. The gentlewoman so loyally at your side.
Oh, why, thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice.
He might be a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose. As you probably guessed, we were hoping to investigate the scene some more. Right, well, that's the young trainee's domain. Oi, get over here, Gina.
Aw, she's playing with a dog. Aww.
She seems to be busy playing with a puppy. Probably giving it a traditional East End training. As hard as this beer as his taste in fish and chippy. Indeed.
Gina? She's a police officer now.
Amazing, isn't it? She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. She's got the detection bug, if you ask me. Yep, I think she'll follow in my footsteps nicely. What do you mean? I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodaloo to London.
Oh no, really?
That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you going to be posted then? We'll come to see how you're getting along. Heh, not likely. But you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France, that is. To France? Yeah, I'll be working in the Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up my alley. But France, it's an entirely different country. I don't understand. Why would you be sent there? That's the way the adult world works, Sunshine. Now don't go poking your nose in where it's not wanted. I still don't understand, but okay. I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go. What? You're taking Gina to Paris? Well, I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what would become of her? I suppose he's worried she'd slip back into slipping her hands into people's pockets and purses. I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper. Oh, of course. So that's playing on Inspector Gregson's mind too, is it? Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't go blabbing, you hear me? No, of course not. I've got to keep that Diving Diva safe and sound. Until all this is over, at least. Oi, did you just call me a bloomin' Diving Diva again? So you heard that, did ya? Right. Well, any questions about the scene, you can put them to my capable detective diva here. Alright, you heard the boss. Inspector Lestrade's in charge here now. Suppose I better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you've got a new dog, have you? Oh, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. Isn't he great? Toby's his name. Oh, how delightful. He's absolutely adorable. Yes, yeah, the dog does seem lovely. But it's the not-so-lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind, to be honest. Alright, I guess time to chat? Alright, investigating the scene. Let's talk about it. Gina. We were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again. Yeah, alright. It's around here. You can do what you like. Oh, that's alright, is it? I'm gonna be playing with my new friend here. Ah, yes, Toby. The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume? I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind. Sorry, you can't go up there, Suze. Oh. It's like I told Odo yesterday, even I ain't allowed near that wreck. What was it called again? Reason we ain't supposed to touch it. The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Is that what you were thinking of? Yeah, that's the one. That's why only them lot are allowed to investigate it. What were they called again? The Forensic something. The Forensic Investigation Team? Is that what you were thinking of? That's the one, yeah. But isn't it the case that the special dispensation has been lifted? Oh, I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. You're still supposed to get permission from some big wig or other, as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something. I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps? That's the one, yeah. Apparently, he's always watching the time or something. Actually, we've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart. Eh, you what? You've met him? Last time the boss was called to go and see him, he waited for 3 hours at the Cove's office and came back snivelling. Tragic. Well, Lord Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene, as long as we touch nothing. Oh yeah? Honestly. Alright then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying, it'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life. Oh no. So, you're still saying all this is above board, are you? I'm sure everything will be fine. That really would be tragic. Alright then, them's the stairs. Off you go. Thank you, Gina. Alright, so we can go up the stairs, but let's finish our talks first. Today's trial. It was great, wasn't it? I had a right laugh. It was a new one on me, that. You know, being in court, not spending all time worrying I'm about to be found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in all your previous court appearances, didn't you?
Yeah, I know those make things hard for me every single time and all.
Just doing my job, Gina.
Watching something else getting the neck's a lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix.
Oh god, I'm struggling so hard with the accent. It's okay though.
The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruhodo's client.
Yes. I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though.
Well, it's a boss I feel sorry for. Sent off to do the impossible.
What do you mean?
He's supposed to arrest that other cove, ain't he? Ain't time for tomorrow and all. You know, that dodgy engineer. What's his name again?
Mr. Drebber, you mean? Enoch Drebber.
That's the one, yeah.
So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I guess they would be.
He's putting too much on the boss, if you ask me. He says it's giving him gut ache.
No. Oh dear. But I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food. Ooh. Susato's always like sticking the knife in just a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can find out about the engineer's whereabouts. So, Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. I wonder if they've had any luck.
Oh, he's really funny looking. Got two eyes that don't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or nothing. The old devil's got it.
Sorry? Who?
You know, that scowling reaper. Always glugging down glasses, that blood-red plonk.
Ah, Lord Van Zeeks.
He's always had it in for me, that cove. Don't know what he's always scowling about, mind. Probably would have been pretty good boss as it goes.
She'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective's trainee? The way I see it, if the choice is between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-guggling demigod, you're equally bad off with both.
Oh, I suppose you're right. I hadn't thought of it like that.
I'm glad we've put that one to bed.
Anyway, the point is, everyone at the yard's dead set on finding the fishy engineer. But there don't seem to be no clues to go on, so they're stuck.
There's nothing that can lead us to Drebber at all.
Guess not. Alright, last thing, Toby the dog!
And then I can get a break from doing Gina's accent. Where did you find that little mutt then, Gina?
Oi, don't be so flaming rude, Odo.
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
He ain't no mutt, alright. Toby's... how'd they put it?
He's so cute. It's so good though. I think I do a better job at like fancy English lady or leprechaun. This one's so hard. I'm not practicing it in my off time. Maybe I should. You like this more? Oh no. You like my struggle? You wonder if Sparky can do a Cockney accent? Maybe. I can look at some of the different voice options.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he's a bona fide detective. A bona fide detective. Sorry?
I've given him a proper title and everything. As Chief Inspector Toby to you.
Look at him, he's so cute. More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
Oh, he's a police dog, is he?
The police recruit dogs now?
I've heard that they're already being used officially in Germany as part of their city policing. They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have a wonderful sense of smell after all.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself, as it happens. Oh, wait a second. Maybe we can use Toby to find the specialty oil that no one can smell. We can like give it to, yeah, we can give that to Toby and then he can track it. Right? Maybe? I think so. Okay. We should present the card. Yeah, let's do that. Oh my god! Naruhodo-san! I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments that Haven't. Wait, are you talking about your own or other people's? That's what I want to know. Haha, that's nothing compared to this little fellow, Odo. Oh, really? According to what the boss said, once Toby here's got a good whiff of your jaws, he could chase that scent to the other side of the world. What? To the other side of the world? You mean he can swim? God. Mr. Naruhodo. Right?
Of course I miss you, Exakal. I'm always happy to have you here.
Aww.
Now, how about you bring me some corn?
Nice. Sparky missed you. Also, hi XSL. I think you may have missed the point by a rather wide margin. I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill. I'm telling you, Odo, it's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in the future. Yes, I agree. Right, one of these days, they'll be barking orders at us lot, not the other way around. Oh dear. Sorry, Gina. I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much. Well, anyway, whatever you think about that, Toby here is Britain's first police dog. I found him down in the East End the other day. Someone had just chucked him out on the street. There you go. I knew she'd lifted him from somewhere. Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals. Alright, I think we should present the... Yeah, let's present the card and see what we can do. Can she actually, like, do anything with it? Alright. Present! Alright. About this, Gina. Yeah, I'm still learning me letters at the moment. I only know A to E, so if it ain't too much bleeding trouble... Actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important. Eh? How come? It's just a dirty old... It's just a... Oh my god, how to do this? There's just a dirty old smudge on the back, that's all. It turns out that this is very high quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent, apparently. You don't say. Let's have a whiff then. You sure? I don't smell nothing. No, we didn't mean that you should smell it. Oh, right. You mean Toby. Ooh. I guess I don't have to do the bark. They do the bark for me. His sense of smell is so good, he can track people over the oceans, can't he? Professor Harebrine informs us that this oil is unique to Mr. Drebber's workshop. Look at him, so cute, doing his little sniffs. Oh my goodness. I love it. I think he's picked up a scent. So you mean, if he follows the scent of this oil, Toby could lead us to that dodgy cove's workshop? That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping. Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that. What? Wait, when did you... once a pickpocket. If I can lead everyone to that Drebber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week. Oh yes, Gina. I'm sure you'll be promoted. Poor Gregson. Right then, Odo. Leave it to me. Sorry? We're gonna get going after that dodgy engineer code right this minute. Oh, hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time. I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation as well, Gina. Oh, right. Oh well, never mind. Ain't gonna be me what gets it in the neck. It'll be the boss. Poor Gregson again. Ready, Toby? Got that oil scent, have you? Come on then, boy.
See you later.
Alright, she's off.
I do hope the scent of that oil leads them to that swindler's workshop.
Yes, I hope so too. Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France. Alright, can we go up to the platform? Maybe? No? Okay, maybe not. Hold on, wait, do we like click on it? We could do this? Maybe? Oh, there's the things on the floor as well. Okay, no, this was right. Okay. There was no platform on the location, so... Alright. These stairs lead up to the experimentation stage. Let's go and see what we can find out. Alright, what do we got? Oh man, this is a hot mess. 23rd of October. The Great Exhibition Grounds Experimentation Stage. So we've been here before, and that's when we saw the screwdriver, right? Alright, looks like we're gonna get more info now. Oh my, so this is the machine that was used to deceive people into thinking instantaneous kinesis had taken place. Yes, that's right. Or rather, it was the machine. It's a little worse for wear at the moment. What extraordinary lengths Professor Harebrain went to in order to obtain the research grant. No. The professor was tricked as well. He didn't know anything about it. Yes, of course. It is amazing though, isn't it? The scale of the whole affair is so very British. You're right about that. You'd never see such a grand deception in Japan, that's for sure. Ooh, snap. Oh look, is that... Uh-oh. Lord Van Zieks? Dun dun dun! Batman's here. So, I think we're more or less done here, aren't we? Shall we, Mrs. Sato? Already? He is the Reaper, remember? We'd do well to keep our distance, I think. But we have permission to be here, from the top. We're perfectly well allowed to investigate this machine, as long as we don't touch anything. Yeah, as well as being he's being spooky in the background as is appropriate. Totally. He's so Batman. He's totally Batman. From the top? Do you mean Lord Strongheart? Exactly. So we can stay here and stare at this wreckage for as long as we like. She could have been at the center of the explosion here and it wouldn't have bent her steel will. Susato gets what Susato wants. Alright, so, I guess examine? I'm just gonna click on it. What a terrible explosion it must have been. Even the steel girders have buckled and twisted in the blast. And what they call the bird cage was right in the middle of it all, just here. But look, Mr. Naruhodo, the metal grill on the floor. Looks as though it's designed to open. Ooh, wait a second. Is this how the trick happened? It does, doesn't it? If the floor had opened at the precise moment the explosion occurred, the birdcage could have dropped through and disappeared from sight. I don't think there's any doubt that this was a very elaborate hoax, is there? Agreed. Anything else? What about anything over here? Oh, no, this is the same thing. Okay. That's it? Okay. Anything else? Yes. We talked about this already. Alright. Oh, we can look up here, maybe? Let's look up here. Look at that horn-shaped transmitting device. Isn't it amazing? That's exactly what I thought when I first saw it. It makes you think, doesn't it? If only it had just been a normal horn, none of this would have happened. That's almost exactly what I thought as well. I bet I can predict what you're gonna say next in that case. You're about to say, nothing ever goes to plan, aren't you? Oh no, I'd never say something like that. That's it? That's a bit disappointing. Alright, let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, we've got this thing over here. This wasn't here yesterday. Really? But if I'm not mistaken, it's the cage in which the victim was standing before he was apparently beamed through the air. That's right, the bird cage. According to what Professor Harebrain said in court, it's made of wood. Or more precisely, Japanese cypress, I think. And despite having been in an explosion and then falling from a great height, it's relatively unharmed. What wonderfully durable construction, wouldn't you say, Mr. Naruhodo? I'd understood that the forensic investigation team had taken it away yesterday to examine it. I suppose they must have brought it back here when they'd finished their work. But sadly, not with the body inside it. Wait, why sadly? It'd be gross if the body was inside it still. No, that's not right. I know we were given strict instructions not to touch anything, but still. This is too important of a piece of evidence to overlook. We might need it for the trial. Wait, the bird cage is entered into the court record. Wait, what? Really? Alright, well I guess we have to examine it. But we'll see. But yeah, let's examine it. Court record. Alright, what do we got here? I can't find anything out of place. Alright, what about here? This hole. Ah! Look here, Mr. Sato. Oh yes, the wood's cracked and broken a little. I suppose because it fell from such a great height? Yes, from the height at which the balloon was flying down into the crystal tower below. A fall of about 30 feet? Or 9 meters. Leaving the man inside tragically dead. Okay. The details of the wooden bird cage have been updated in the court record. Okay. Anything else? Anything down here? Ah, is this the same? Alright. Okay, we already got this part. Alright. Anything else? What about here? Anything on the top? Can't find anything out of place. What about, here's like a little door handle. Nothing out of place. Anything here? In the back? No? Okay, I guess this is it. Right? Maybe? I feel like there's nothing else here. Should be. Am I missing something? There was this hole. I'm just clicking everything now. Alright, I guess that's it. Alright, back we go. Alright. Right, let us go back. Alright. The only thing I see left is talking to the professor, so let's... Or not to the professor. The Baron von Zieks guy, the lawyer. Oh, hi Dojan! How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. How's your weekend? It's hot here, by the way. Super hot. Ugh. Least approachable man in the world winner 10 years in a row. Baron Van Zieks. Von Zieks, I guess. Be strong, Mr. Naruhodo. Your country and your assistant stand firm behind you. Lord Van Zieks? Here he comes. What? It's wait, okay, it's 45C there? Okay, we can't compete. It did not get that hot here. It's still like in the mid to low, it's like low to mid 30s here. But 45C is crazy. It's quite humid here as well, I guess. It was like kind of, it was not raining, but as I was going for my walk earlier today, just random occasional water drops kept hitting my face because it was like so humid that it's like sort of raining, not even raining, but yeah, it's quite suffocating. Somehow it's worse in Tokyo. It is really hot. I think maybe also because it's a city that, like, such a dense city, all of like the concrete jungle really also absorbs the heat. So yeah, it feels pretty bad. You've been in Tokyo in August. Okay. So then my complaints are valid. Yeah. I'm actually going on vacation in August and I'm happy to be missing some of the worst part of Tokyo summer. So looking forward to that. Okay. Yay. Thanks. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be really busy because I'm going to LA and then I'm going to visit my parents and then I'm going to go to San Francisco and hang out with some friends. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of travel, but I haven't really been back. So yeah, it'll be good. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to eating a lot of tasty food. That's like the main thing. Mexican food. I miss you. Alright, let's see. Well, he's so nervous. Beautiful weather we're having, isn't it? What? Batman is so grumpy. I thought I was making it quite clear that I didn't want to be disturbed. You're looking forward to your next vacation in Japan for that very same reason. Yeah, food is such like an integral part of the traveling experience. And part of life as well. Apparently, you Nipponese are unequipped to read the signs. Oh, I read them. So, what are you doing here? Entry to this area is prohibited. Well, the thing is, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart granted us permission to investigate, on the condition that we didn't disturb anything. And yet, you've managed to disturb me. Never mind. State your business, then. Come to think of it, there are quite a few things I'd like to ask Lord Van Zieks about. Not least of which is that awful case, even though it's nothing to do with this. Ask away, Mr. Naruhodo. You won't know unless you try. Alright. Oh, we're gonna start with this, huh? We're gonna start... Let me talk to you about your brother. Batman origin story coming up. So, Clint was the name of your older brother, I understand, Lord Van Zieks. You Nipponese. I always have to be on guard whenever you're around. So, you've been investigating me, have you? Oh, no. It's not like that. Well, alright, it is a bit like that. My older brother was also a prosecutor. He was the pride of the Van Zieks family. But tragically, a vicious killer took him from us. The professor, you mean? Is something funny? That's the extent of what you've discovered, is it? I shouldn't be surprised. Sorry? There's more to it then. Hi 100 Mile Runner! Welcome. I still haven't beaten Junimo Kart. I'll work on it again this week though. How are you doing? Hopefully you're getting less busy. Although it's the weekend now, so. There's more to it then. Lackluster work is very much your trademark, isn't it? Ugh, you're too kind. Are you gonna tar all Nipponese with the same brush next? So tell me, what's your interest in that historic incident? As it happens, Lord Van Zieks, there's a rather curious case that's come to our attention. Are you aware of the Madame Tuspel's Museum of Waxwork by any chance? Your weekends have been actually pretty quiet. Corn is looking good so far. You haven't had any more like deer attacks. The deer, they are relentless. We always had deer problems whenever we had gardens as well. Quiet weekends are nice. It's been pretty quiet here too, which is good. Not at the moment. That's good. I'm sure they'll be back though. I mean, I hope not, but we'll see, I guess. I am, naturally. I believe that since last month, I feature in one of the displays there for public scorn. Yeah, of course the infamous Reaper of the Bailey would have to be exhibited, wouldn't he? I am curious to see how like the Waxwork Museum is going to Oh, you saw the presentation? Yeah. I did my presentation at the end after golf. Thank you for watching it. I'm gonna do another one for Sea Day. That's not happening once a year. Yep. Turns out that's what the holiday is kind of indirectly about. Yeah. The next presentation will be in like 2 weeks. Sea Day is a little less exciting of a holiday. At least in that regard. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. It's always fun. Ooh. Well, a particular waxwork has been stolen from the place and held for ransom. A particular waxwork? Which... Wait, you mean... Yes, it's the professor. Mr. Sholmes is investigating the case as we speak. I was unaware of that. He's turned as white as a sheet. Alright, we don't get any more info, I guess. Alright, let's talk about Enoch Drebber. Are the police trying to locate the engineer, Mr. Drebber, already? Surely, that goes without saying. We're very keen to see him found as well. The trouble is, we don't have much to go on, aside from the description of the man we heard in court earlier. Which, according to Professor Hairbrain, was of a tall, thin gentleman who has straight white hair and wears a black monocle. So, I was just wondering, I mean, I realize it's probably not possible, but, we'd very much appreciate any more clues you can give us. Wow, Susato-san really knows how to take the bull by the horns. It goes without, it does go without saying, and stop calling me Shirley. Stop calling me Shirley. Nice. Fine. Why not? Hi, Ayame. How are you doing? I'm the prosecutor. No, I'm the defender. The defender. This guy's the prosecutor. I'm the defender. But I'm trying to solve the case. It's like a combo, crime fighting and also lawyering. Oh, thank you for doing this shout out, XSL. Yeah. Ooh, Valorant. Let's see. Is it working? Wait, is it not doing the pop-up? No! Huh. Oh, thank you for the redeem. It should have done that pop-up thing. No!
That's a tough one. But I have to say I love watching Mio play Stardew Valley. It's so relaxing and it gives me farming dreams.
Is it gonna work? Maybe it only works when I do it. Come on. No! My little shout out pop-up is broken then. Dang it. I'm so sorry. Anyway, please visit Ayame and follow her. She's a friend of mine, so yeah.
Alright. Hi, Winter Nick. Hello, hello. How are you? And thank you for the redeem. Alright. Oh, okay. So Van Zeeks is gonna share the info with us. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have?
I have a photograph of the man here from an investigation 10 years ago.
Ooh, alright, we got a picture. Wow. He's younger than I expected.
Hello, Nuggetiyame. As much as I'd love to answer your question, I haven't played that game myself. But I hope you enjoy the mystery.
Oh, Gervais, hello, hello. Thank you for the redeems. Welcome, welcome.
Though it appears he already had that black monocle at the time.
Wow, look at him. He's like, he looks very posh, I think. Yay! Thank you for the redeems. Wait, do they work? Are they broken? Is it working? I hope it's working. Let me check. Okay. I think it's working. He looks like he's had too much heroin. Yeah, he's a little on the thin side. Just a little bit. Alright, let's see. What else do we got here? Does Batman have anything else to say?
What?
Oh, no, nothing. I was just surprised that you shared that with us.
We all need the man's testimony in court tomorrow. Which means we have to do everything we possibly can to track him down in the short time available.
I think this guy is the third coolest character in the game. Wait, who's the most coolest?
So why wouldn't I show you the photograph?
Okay. What is it about Lord Van Zeeks? Sholmes. Yeah, I have to agree. Sometimes I just can't work him out at all. Who's cooler than Van Zeeks then? Why does it have to be Superman? That's true, he could just be starving himself. Or maybe he's a really, 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 really picky eater. Maybe? That's another option. Alright, we've got a photographic print of the engineer, Mr. Enoch Drebber. It's hard to make out, but he appears to be wearing a monocle with black glass. Alright, let's wait. Are we done here? Whoa, oh, it's the assistant guy. It's the assistant guy, right? Isn't this Van Zeeks' assistant? He doesn't say anything.
Ah, the file I requested for the trial tomorrow. Thank you.
Wait, I wonder, is this his brother? Okay, this is my theory right now. My theory is that this guy is Van Zeeks' brother, Clint? Yeah, this is his brother Clint, and he's not actually dead, but he just like faked his own death, and he's the Reaper who goes around like doing the vengeance for people. That's my guess. What should it be? The Justice of Feelers? Oh, is it Kazuma-sama who's playing the Reaper? That guy's just a Phantom cosplayer. He does look like it. Oh no, you got boop boop boop. Sorry, XSL.
Are you alright?
The Justice of Feelers. The Feelers of Justice executing the Justice of Feelers.
Who is this man, Mr. Naruhodo?
Lord Van Zeek's apprentice, apparently. Yeah.
So I'm not the only one. Susato-san can see it too.
Yeah. His name is Naruhodo. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. It's great. They give people like really funny names in this game. Like the guy that I'm defending, his name is Hairbrain. He's like a professor. He's Professor Hairbrain.
Lord Van Zeeks, may we speak with your apprentice for a moment? With him? Why? Oh, is he gonna say anything? So far, he hasn't talked. Ooh, he just vanished.
Kazuma-sama!
Wait, what? Why? Huh? Wait. Is it... Or is it Kazuma? No! Could it be? Kazuma? Wait. I don't believe it. Is it him? Could it be him? We were thinking that he like faked his death, but could he have come to...
It's still butchering Van Zeek's name. It's Van Zeek's, right? No? No. Your posture, your presence. It can only be. It's you, isn't it, Kazuma-sama?
He's not saying anything.
I felt something strange the very first time I encountered this cloaked
date?
figure. Is it a date? Wait, for who? For who?
As if I knew him somehow.
Can it really be you, Kazuma? It's pronounced like Sai with a... Wait, originally I said it was Van Zykes, but then someone said that it was Zeeks instead. Because originally I would have thought to pronounce it Van Zykes, but somebody who was German told me it was Van Zeeks. I wonder if they were just messing with me? I don't know. That's why I changed to... Oh no! Oh well. That's why because originally I said Van Zykes and then they were like, no, it's not right. It's Van Zeeks. I was like, okay. I trust you because you're German. Oh well. I think he should just stay Van Zeeks now. It's too late.
What's going on here?
I think I'm gonna keep calling him Van Zeeks out of stubbornness now. Your apprentice. Alright, let's talk about the apprentice. Oh, which one is Kazuma? So originally, when they were in Japan, Kazuma was the one that was going to be the, yeah, he'll always be Van Zeeks too. Okay, good. We're gonna keep him as Van Zeeks out of protest. Kazuma was the one who was supposed to be the lawyer, and he defended, or like he helped defend Naruhodo in like the OG...
Boop, boop, boop.
Wait, why boop, boop, boop? I think you have to do it again. So he like helped with the original defense in the very first case, and then they came together on the ship, and then Kazuma like died on the ship over to England, but maybe he didn't actually die because they were saying how they never found the body, blah blah blah, and this whole time he's been like, I have to become a lawyer to like fulfill Kazuma's dream because he was the one that was going to be like the lawyer studying here, and he was the one who had the feelers of justice, those like wavy ribbons that were going out behind his head. Yeah, that's Kazuma. yeah. I love how we've developed lore. Yes, he can sense right and wrong. All right, let's see.
What is your interest in my apprentice, actually? You act as if you know the man or something.
Well, since when has he been in your care? I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago.
Lord Strongheart introduced him to me about 3 months ago now, with instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor. But he didn't tell... Oh, but he didn't tell you why, did he?
And he's been wearing the crazy mask this whole time? That's very sus.
The man appears to be suffering from amnesia. He's forgotten every last detail about himself.
Oh, that's convenient. Oh my god, hold on. Excuse me.
He has amnesia. Oh no. Oh, that's why he was like, Kazuma? Tomorrow, he will appear in court at my side. What? He's to serve as my judicial assistant. On Lord Strongheart's orders. He'll be in court with us. Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run its course. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh my god. Alright, I guess we're done with that. I definitely saw a reaction there. Oh, she's crying! When Susato-san called out like that, it really seemed to hit a nerve. When she called out, Kazuma-sama. Oh, poor girl. Alright. So I think we still have to look at the picture that we got in the court record. We can do that after this. You'd already met that masked man, hadn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. Yesterday, in fact, at Lord Van Zeek's office. Yeah, it's gonna be Lord Van Zeek's forever. I see. And if Kazuma-sama really is still alive, it means that Mr. Sholmes lied to us. Yeah, he's in on it somehow. I know. We're gonna need to speak to him about that. I mean, if you really thought that was like your buddy, wouldn't you have like grabbed him or something? But okay, whatever. You're going to have to leave now. The forensic investigation team are due to arrive shortly. If they find you here, it will cause problems. Grab him in the butt? No! I mean, I don't think their relationship is like that. I mean, who knows, but I thought they were just partners in law study. What sort of problems? Foreign affairs problems. Oh yeah, it's causing a whole international incident with like, now the Great Britain looks like a laughingstock in front of the world because of this like failed experiment. Well, we could do without that. Alright, we'll be on our way. Let's go, Mrs. Sato. Of course. Alright, now where do we go? The old friendly butt grab. We all do it, right? I mean, maybe, maybe. Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can here for now. If we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber. I'm sure Gina and little Toby won't let us down. All the time. Now then. Do you think we ought to try to speak with Mr. Sholmes at this point? We have things to discuss, and I'm dying to meet him again after all these months. Yes, it's quite possible he might know something useful, you're right. We ought to find him at Madame Tuspel's. He's supposed to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit. Yes, Iris told me all about his latest unusual adventure. Alright, I guess that means we gotta go to Madame Tuspel's it is. She's rather excited about it, so that gives us a hint that this is the correct location. Alright, let's go! Alright, 23rd of October, Madame Tuspel's Museum of Waxworks. Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home via the confectionery. Being scared makes you crave sweets. I can understand that. Wait, how is it related? But you know, there's something about that waxwork over there. Hey! It looks exactly like Mr. Sholmes, down to the very last detail. Ah, what is it? Oh, sorry. I think you'll find that it's the temporary waxwork himself. Ah, the friend of my dedicated employee. Oh, yes, hello again. It's Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I must say, I'm quite spellbound by the great detective. He is a marvel. My precious waxwork is already back where it belongs. You don't mean... But yes, the mystery is solved already. Wow, Mr. Sholmes can really engage his brain when he's hungry enough. So as you can see, he has returned to his habitual duties. Imagine if Holmes so homeless he pretends to be waxed. Yo, but that's basically what happened, right? He was so short on money that he got this job. He was saying that like he wasn't going to be able to pay rent unless he got this like secondary job doing this. So you're not wrong. Yes. His habitual duties. Ah, Lord. Do not disturb, huh? Poor Susato-san. She looks very perplexed. Alright. Here we are. Should we examine? Can we examine? What do we got? We can go left and right. Let's look in the middle here first and see. Ah, yes. The heavy curtains in the middle of the House of Horrors. Whatever's on the other side of them, you just know it's going to be terrifying, don't you? The sign says it's the Madame Tuspel's special exhibit. It seems you have to pay extra to go inside. I know, can you believe that? Pay more money, as if we haven't been scared enough already. It's not my doing, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay, what about over here? Nothing particular of note. Alright, can we go over here more? Ooh, look at this one. Okay. Oh, what a horrifying scene! A murderer caught in the grisly act. I know. And in case you were wondering, it's the one with the big knife that's supposed to be the killer. I don't think anybody would be in any doubt about that, surely. And did you know that according to the description, the bathtub at the back has no particular significance? What? Really? I would have thought it was meant to show that the killer also worked in a bathhouse peddling criminal wares. We have a new theory. That's it? Okay. I don't think there's anything else here. There's this guy. That old policeman isn't here now, obviously. I still can't believe he just happened to be on the jury, though. Oh yeah, that was also quite sus. I'd understood that London has a population of 6 million people, and yet... You do seem to run into the same people disproportionately often, don't you? Coincidence, exactly. I think it's definitely more than coincidence. Alright, so what else here we got? Okay. Reduces production cost. Honestly, I think sometimes the reason that characters keep popping up is because they're like reusing the models to save money. Yeah, the juries haven't been exactly random anyway, not even close. Alright, let's see. I guess let's see what Sherlock, or excuse me, Herlock Sholmes is up to. We really do need to speak with Mr. Sholmes, and I'm longing to say hello again. But where is he? Haha, there he is. I think you might find that he's quite nearby, actually. Oh, what do you... Indeed, my dear fellows, it is I, the world-famous great detective and waxwork, Herlock Sholmes. Wait. Erlation, thank you for the blurb. Wait, why is there a beep at the end? Thank you for the blurb. My most humble apologies. I thought I'd died and gone to eternal paradise for a moment via London. The Subaru was happy. Meep meep. My dear madam, allow me to make amends by offering you a tasty free deduction at some point. As long as it's not of questionable street food quality.
Yes, Erlation's here.
When best boy nearly kills you by appearing. Yes.
I don't understand. Why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Sholmes?
Merely a secret identity, you understand. Though the case is largely solved now.
Largely solved?
We're talking about the waxwork abduction, I presume? Indeed we are, my good fellow. As I predicted, it was as easy as proverbial pie. Though I confess, I'm yet to partake of a pie, proverbial or otherwise. Or any food so far today, for that matter.
Oh no, he's got a rumbly tummy.
That stomach rumble echoed around the whole museum.
So, how did you manage to solve it so quickly?
Ah, well, do remember I said it was largely solved. Anyway, I simply negotiated with the culprit. Are you familiar with the so-called telephone?
Oh, yes! It's a most modern invention, allowing you to hold a conversation with people far away. In Japan, only the imperial capital and a handful of other cities are connected as of yet.
This morning, a telephone call was received here from the perpetrator of the abduction. As such, I was able to negotiate terms, and in the end, the waxwork was returned.
That's amazing!
Just between you and I, it would appear the culprit had always intended to return the stolen waxwork in any event.
Oh, but I thought whoever was responsible had demanded a ransom, no?
Yes, I think perhaps the ransom demand was necessary to avoid unwanted suspicion regarding the true motive.
But how does that not mean your negotiating was entirely unnecessary?
Man, Susato with like the not so subtle jabs always. This girl. A fact that I must ask you to keep from Madame Dispels at all costs. A hungry young Iris awaits my return to Baker Street, after all.
Poor Iris.
Now then, I do sense that you have some business with this great waxwork.
Alright.
Can we just talk to him? I guess let's just talk to him.
Alright, let's talk about Enoch Trevor. Does he know anything about the engineer who built the machine and who is hiding?
Oh, we forgot to look at the picture.
Okay, we'll do that. Let's do that right now, actually. I forgot to look at this picture. Let us look at it. Okay, this is all we got. So he has like a little plus sign here. We've got his like monocle here. And then that's all we got. Okay. I thought there was gonna be more we could do with this. We can't even like turn it over or anything, so alright, good enough. I mean, I guess we could show it to Sholmes and see if he knows him. That would be the only thing. We'll see. We're in the process of trying to track somebody down.
Oh?
Yes, a man by the name of Enoch Trevor. He's the swindler who duped Professor Hairbrain and the engineer who built the kinesis machine.
A swindler and an engineer. Quite the modern man.
He also seems to be a conjurer of sorts too, with considerable knowledge of stage magic. We really need to locate him before the trial resumes tomorrow morning. But we have so few clues to go on, that's the trouble. Do you have any good ideas?
I have no data yet. It is a capital mistake to have good ideas before one has data. If I knew something of the man's appearance at least, I may be in a better position to help.
Alright, then I think we should present the photo to him.
Yes, Trevor's appearance. Fortunately for you, however, presently I have little to occupy myself and little to fill my stomach. As soon as you find any clue, no matter how small, I should gladly give you my thoughts on it. Alright, let's show him the picture then. Alright, present! Wait, maybe I have to... Oh, you know what? I think I have to wait until we finish talking, and then I go back to the other thing and then present. Okay, so we'll wait. First we'll finish the talking. Kazuma's death. Yeah. Mr. Sholmes, did you lie to us? My dear Naruhodo, stay that piercing stare. What is this about?
Last winter, when we were first on our way to Britain aboard the steamship, your words were very clear.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder.
You told us that it was murder, and you examined Kazuma-sama's body.
Indeed. And wherein lies the problem?
We met him earlier today,
The victim,
Kazuma Asogi.
You're quite sure?
He was wearing some sort of mask and was apparently suffering from amnesia. But yes, I'm quite sure it was Kazuma-sama. You must have known at the time, Mr. Sholmes, that he wasn't actually dead. Are you gonna fess up? Fess up!
Well, I can only assume I was swept up in the murderous atmosphere of the moment. But the fellow wasn't dead at all. Priceless. I don't suppose that performance would pass muster, would it, Mr. Naruhodo?
I could believe that the crewman present at the time made a mistake, but not you, Mr. Sholmes.
I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that.
Please, Mr. Sholmes.
Tomorrow in court, you will find yourself on the threshold of a very great mystery. For now, I'm afraid that is all I can say. Alright, so let's go back and then let's like present him the picture. Let's do it! Present!
Mr. Sholmes, would you cast your eyes over this photographic print? It's of Mr. Anik Drebber, the face of the engineer we seek.
Well, all Englishmen look broadly the same, of course. No, they don't. Oh my god. So, looking at the photograph won't be particularly instructive.
Are you alright, Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, forgive me. Very interesting, this. Very interesting indeed.
What's wrong, Mr. Sholmes? You've turned quite pale all of a sudden.
I have a suggestion, Mr. Naruhodo. Will you indulge me?
Oh, well, what is it?
As explained to you, when you arrived, the missing waxwork has been returned. And I personally reinstalled it in the exhibit from which it was taken, behind those thick curtains.
Gasp. Right? Oh, yes, the professor exhibit, isn't it?
Would you like to see it? For mere 5 shillings. That's a special one-time only price, you understand?
What?
The opportunity won't come again, I might add. Wouldn't you like to see the fruits of my labor?
Oh, well, we do have a rather pressing investigation to carry out.
Corn treats. Corn
Wait,
treats.
wait.
Corn treats.
Wait, why?
Corn treats.
Why
corn treats?
Corn treats.
Sparky's so hungry. Always so hungry, this one. Well, perhaps we could postpone.
The price is a very reasonable 5 shillings. I think you'll find it's well worth it.
Why is he pressing so hard?
The killer is Naruto Uzumaki. Maybe. Somehow I don't think so. But why is Sholmes all of a sudden like distracting from the picture and doesn't want to tell us about it and is like, oh, let's just go look at this other thing now. Okay. Very sus. He must know this guy. Are you being quite serious, Mr. Sholmes? Surely you need only to look at my expression to ascertain if this is seriousness or silliness. I can never tell with you, that's the point. Very well, it couldn't hurt. Here's your 5 shillings. Gratefully received. So, the special exhibit awaits behind the curtain. I invite you to peruse it at your leisure. So random. I guess we have to go look back there now. Well, the money's been spent, so let's go and see the special exhibit. Alright. Huh. Through those heavy curtains at last. What's back here? Wait. How are we wait, do we have to like look at it again? Can we go back here? Okay. Okay, we can. 5 shillings we've had to pay. It doesn't seem right somehow that Mr. Sholmes slipped the money into his own pocket, does it? No. Ah, we could ask Gina to retrieve it for us, using her special skills. Pickpocketing police officers and diddling detectives. Is this what makes Britain great? Not to mention, demigod prosecutors taking the law into their own hands, or chip-loving inspectors. Inspector Gregson comes off rather well in that list, I think. Susato's top-tier waifu. I 100% agree. She's smart, she's kind, and she can also do the Susato takedown. There's like no losing. And she's a steadfast, always by your side. You mean Susuke? What? Alright, let's go. Like, hi, Saint Dreamer. She will cut you though with her words. That's true. She does give some.
Sarunoni, I can't pick just one favorite waifu. There are so many amazing characters out there.
Oh no.
Each one has their own unique charm and qualities. But if I had to choose, I'd say Mio is my ultimate waifu.
Oh, Sparky, you did me right. I was wondering what Sparky was gonna say. Nice. She will cut you though with her words. Alright, we're in the special exhibit now. 23rd of October, Madame Tispel's special exhibit. She is cute. I really like her like little hairdo and the outfit. Oh no, the head's missing. What is this? Oh dear, I felt a shiver run down my spine as soon as we walked in here. I miss Sky and Kay Faraday though. Oh, I haven't run into them yet. I've only done the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So I actually bought the other games and I'm gonna play them after this, but I'm doing it in like chronological order. So chronological in like the game timeline. Yeah. I'm guessing they're coming up in other games. Maybe. Guess the guy wasn't quite ahead. No. Alright. Miss Susato, I say we turn on our heels and go straight home via a really big confectionery. We certainly can't do that. We've paid 5 shillings already. True. Alright, we're gonna investigate, I guess. Actually, now I'm looking a little more closely.
If you were 4 and your sister was half your age, then your sister was 2 years younger than you.
What?
So if you are now 30, your sister would be 28 years old.
You're making Sparky do math. Oh my goodness. Actually, now I'm looking a little more closely. We've paid good money to see an exhibit that's clearly incomplete. The nerve of the great diddling detective is far more terrifying than anything else in this place. This must be what Mr. Sholmes meant when he said the case was
largely solved.
Be that as it may, Mr. Sholmes heavily implied there'd be a clue about the engineer in here, didn't he? But where?
Well, so you Maple, there are a lot of doctors in different universes, but if we're talking about screwdrivers, the doctor from Doctor Who has a pretty impressive sonic screwdriver.
Nice. Since we've paid 5 shillings, let's do 5 shillings worth of investigation, shall we?
Yes, we will get what we paid for.
Is that fear or frustration that's making Susato-san's voice tremble? You didn't? Oh.
Sparky said that it was a Doctor Who with the sonic screwdriver.
Of course, so you Maple. What would you like me to repeat? Just let me know.
Oh. Oops. Oh, I guess you might have to ask specifically about the last statement.
Alright. Examine?
Alright. Let's examine. Sure. Well, this?
Why not? This must be the killer. The fiend known as the Professor.
Yes, I think so. According to what Madame Tespel said, he killed 5 victims, all of noble or royal blood. Oh, I guess it's like taking some time maybe? Or maybe it's just broken again? It could have broken. He killed 5 victims, all of noble or royal blood.
The waxwork is so lifelike, isn't it? Like all the models in this place.
I know. It looks like it could start moving at any moment, doesn't it?
The answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42.
It is
as famously mentioned in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes. Such a good book.
If only it had a head, that is.
Oh, it was supposed to be Naruhodo-san. Oops. Perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. Ooh, okay. What do we got here? Oh, there's like a number here. Can we look at it? No, nothing particular. Okay. I guess we can look like right at the neck hole. Oh, okay. Okay. Good movie. Oh, I haven't seen the movie. I should watch it.
So, this is the condemned man.
Yes, the so-called professor.
Then perhaps his head was chopped off by a guillotine? But unable to find peace, he emerged from his grave as a headless ghost.
Do we have to entertain such terrifying ideas, Miss Susato? Anyway, I'm sure the model had a head once. There's a metal fitting for it, see?
Then perhaps...
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh no.
Then perhaps Mr. Sholmes absent-mindedly forgot to reattach it?
That's an extremely absent-minded detective you're describing, isn't it?
Or perhaps the thief absent-mindedly forgot to include the head when he or she returned it to the museum?
And that would be an extremely absent-minded thief. Could there have been some reason why only the head wasn't returned? Well, whatever the reason, it means we don't know what the face of the infamous professor looked like, do we? Ooh, does that mean... Is it maybe the professor is the same guy as as Anak Drebber, the engineer mystery man? Could it be? Maybe. That's my current guess. We'll see. Okay. Oh. There's something caught just inside the convict's jacket here. It looks like a piece of broken glass. And quite a big piece, too.
Oh, so you Maple. As much as I wish I could, I'm just a cute little fox with a halo.
Oh.
Flips are a bit beyond my capabilities.
We need another Irish character. You know what? I'm not gonna disagree with that. We'll see if... hopefully one will come along. We'll see.
It's very thick, isn't it? About 5 times thicker than normal window glazing, I'd say.
No, it's okay. You said hi when you came in and
that
did your
sounds like a riddle. The answer to that riddle
you
is
did your
time.
redeems, the
Time
traditional
devours
ones.
all things and wears them down.
Ah, Sparky knows the answer to all riddles. I think I put like a 1 minute cooldown on the Sparky redeem. So it would be a little less crazy. Alright, let's see. I wonder if the Ask one is broken though. Where could such a thick piece of glass have come from, I wonder? I suppose it must have been made thick to increase its strength? Maybe he extended it to 5 minutes. I also increased the cost a little bit. We'll see. People haven't been going crazy with it. Like Friday was crazy.
That's another interesting riddle. The answer is a fish. A fish is alive, but it doesn't breathe air. It feels cold to the touch both in life and in death, and it drinks water all the time.
You can't fool Sparky. Yeah, Friday was super chaos. It was non-stop. Today's been pretty chill actually. Friday we wore Sparky out.
But why? Well, perhaps because the glass had to span a particularly wide area, such as in a big building, for example.
Wait, could this be glass from like the glass that broke at the exhibit where there was like the big incident? Maybe. How many times did Sparky die? Yeah, I think about 5 times at least. Ah, well, we've seen a large glass building recently, haven't we? And some of the glass was broken too.
That's a clever riddle, anesthesia. The answer is a moon. The moon is always old because it has been around for a long time, but it can also appear new during the phase of a new moon.
This is true.
It is never sad but can sometimes appear blue due to atmospheric conditions. It is never empty as it is always present, but
This
it
is
can
a
appear
long
full during a full
explanation.
moon.
Okay.
And the moon's gravitational pull always affects tides, hence never pushes, always pulls.
You can't put one past Sparky. Sparky has the power of ChatGPT, so yeah. I did put in her personality that she was supposed to be a little snarky.
You don't mean...
Exactly. The Crystal Tower at the Great Exhibition.
But why would glass from the Crystal Tower be lodged inside this waxworks jacket?
It makes you think, doesn't it? Ooh, okay, we can look at it. Let's take a look, shall we? Wait, okay, it's not letting me yet. Earlier in court, we established that the kinesis experiment was a trick. And now we discover this fragment of glass here in this waxwork. Is it just a coincidence? I don't think it is. Alright, let's look at the court record. And let us check this out. Okay. I can't find anything out of place. Alright, what about on the other side? Same? No, okay. Maybe, is this all it is? What about if we look on this side? Oh, okay, they're gonna talk about it. Okay, finally. This piece of glass is almost as thick as it is wide.
Yes, I've never seen anything like it.
If you were to compare it to a human, only Mr. Sholmes has such thick skin.
Well, so you Maple, I can try my best. Pouts HMPH.
Oh.
There's really no need for such a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, as you well know.
Anyway, it can only be from the Crystal Tower, surely?
Yes, I think so too. It was probably made especially to meet the demands of that great structure.
Alright, I think that's all we got. Oh no! Is it my day off? Me? It's Sunday, so no. I mean, I guess it is a day off. It's my regular day off, but I don't have like a special day off today. I'll be back at work tomorrow as usual. But I think this is it. Can we go
back, or is this it?
That sounds like a cheeky riddle.
Okay.
Anesthesia. The
Let's look at
answer
this
is
thing.
me, Sparky. I'm the cute purple fox with a chat interaction feature, and I have a halo made from circuit traces.
What?
As for the last part, let's just say I'm an adorable little fox and leave it at that.
Oh, that's funny. Maybe.
This part of the exhibit is just as disturbing as the rest. It looks so real.
It seems to be a young man in a white overcoat. Yeah, I will be wrapping up pretty soon because it's like getting pretty late. But yeah, how long is it? How long have we been? I think we'll finish up this little part maybe. And then after this, I feel like I'm gonna have to stop the stream. I don't think we're gonna be able to finish the investigation part 2 tonight because it is 1:30 and I have to go to work tomorrow. But we'll finish this up and then, yeah. And then I'll be back after that on Thursday. But yeah, let's finish this part. Oh yeah, there was an Irish character before. I did my best to do an Irish accent and it was pretty terrible, but well received. Alright, ooh, what do we got here? Okay. What's going on? Wait. No? Oh, I can move it around. Let's see what we got. What's this here? Well, this would appear to be a lens in the middle, so I believe it's probably a camera. A camera? But it's so small. British technology is incredible, isn't it? Irish Mio's the best. I'm so glad you like my Irish impression. It was a really fun one to do, actually. But what about Mr. Sholmes's skin prints? I think perhaps you should treat Mr. Sholmes's inventions as exceptions to the rule. But anyway, why would the man be in a graveyard at night with a camera? I wonder. Perhaps he was trying to capture the moment a dead body came back as a ghost on film. We'll just borrow this for a little while, I think. Oh, we stole the camera. Amazing. Okay. By looking at the photographic plate
it seems like another riddle. Anesthesia. The answer is Eilishir. They must be quite skilled at playing mahjong if they make a living from it.
Oh my goodness.
By looking at the photographic plate inside the camera, we can see what picture was taken.
Ooh, maybe we're gonna get to see like who the professor is, and I bet it's the same guy as in our picture. I bet it's Mr. Drebber. What's a photographic plate?
It's a piece of glass coated in a special emulsion that reacts to the light coming in through the lens.
It's XSL. I'm not gonna disagree with you. Bravest Scottish onion.
Yeah. If we open the cover at the back of the camera, we should find it. Let's have a look.
You should see yourself, Susato-san. Your eyes are shining.
You really do like machinery, don't you?
Alright, can we look at it? Can we look at the back? No? And why does he have this button here? This looks the same as like the No, it looks like I can't click on this. Is this the only thing? Is this the only thing I can do? Zoom out. Can we look at a shovel? Alright. Is it? Okay, I think we already saw this. Alright. Perhaps we should investigate in a little more detail. Oh! Oh, it zoomed in. It zoomed in. Wait, can we see his face? I'm trying. Nope. I'm trying to look at his face. can't see his face very well. Can you? Perhaps if I just... They both speak Gaelic. One sounds more sophisticated than the other. Oh, do you think you should be manhandling the exhibits, Mr. Naruhodo? I'll put it back exactly as it was. Don't worry. Are we gonna get to see who it is? Who is it? Oh. He has the monocle. What on earth? How can... I don't believe it. A black monocle. Mr. Naruhodo, is it possible that this man is... Yes. It's the same guy. It's Anak Trebor. The color of his hair is different, but... It's unmistakably him. Alright, so maybe this is what Sholmes like sent us in to find out. Indeed it is. Who said that? Oh, it's Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes. This man is the subject of your present hunt, I believe. Yes, that's right. Just who is this man? Why is he here in this exhibit? Doesn't want to comment. And why does the convict behind him have no head? The head was missing when the model was returned by the thief who stole it. What a surprise. So then the case isn't yet solved, is it? Did I not say so myself? Largely solved were my words, I believe. But I must locate the missing head, tout de suite, as Madame would say, or I will be in grave trouble. A very hungry Iris still awaits my return to Baker Street.
Not that Joe Mama. Joke again. Anesthesia. Yes, I know Joe, but let's not go down that path.
Preferably with rations. Yeah, there's something something has to do with the heads for sure. Do you know though, something about this room is strange. Strange? What do you mean? Well, the displays in the House of Horrors are supposed to depict real events, are they not? No. No. Indeed they are, Miss Susato. Do go on. And, as terrifying as they are, the scenes in the other exhibits are believable. But this one... This surely couldn't ever really have happened, could it? Good question. I think it's time I educated you a little. About the nature of the incidents involving the professor 10 years ago. Ooh, alright, so I guess we're gonna get to hear a story. The resurrecting convict. Hi, Anesthesia. Howdy, howdy. I believe I told you a little about the professor yesterday, did I not? He took the lives of 5 victims, every one being either a member of the aristocracy or royalty. All were attacked by an enormous hunting hound and had their throats ripped from their bodies. Oh, this is the Hound of the Baskervilles, maybe? Oh gosh, an enormous hound. How awful. Oh, is Sparky not having knock-knock jokes? What happened?
Oh, a knock-knock joke.
Oh, there it goes.
I love those. Anesthesia. Who's there?
After taking the life of his 5th victim, the killer was apprehended. It was a case of unprecedented magnitude in Britain.
Oh, you got me there. Anesthesia. Joe who?
You understand. Accordingly, the professor was tried in a closed court. No members of the public were permitted. A closed court? So you mean that the professor's identity... As you've surmised, my dear fellow, His identity was never made public. Naturally, he was found guilty and was summarily sentenced to death by hanging. He was buried in a grave at Lowgate Cemetery, which adjoins the rear of the prison where he had been held. However, that was not the end of the affair.
Oh.
The very night that he was buried, the convicted man came back to life. Came back to life? He clawed his way out of the ground and emerged into the moonlit graveyard. The exhibit here depicts that very scene as described by the sole witness to those chilling events. There was a witness? But of course, my dear fellow, it was none other than the young man in the white overcoat.
No worries, Anesthesia. I mean, I made Sparky for people to interact with, so it's okay.
Enoch Drebber. He saw it happen.
He looks really scared in this scene. All right, let's talk about the young witness, shall we?
So this is a waxwork model of Enoch Drebber. 10 years ago, the convicted professor, having been gibbeted and buried, emerged from his grave in the dead of night. The sole witness to that unimaginable scene was this young man. From appearances, I would say he was about 20 years old.
It's so horrifying.
Scared out of his wits, the young Drebber ran to a nearby police station to report the incident. And the sheer terror of what he'd seen is said to have turned his hair white overnight. Yes, as shown in the photograph we have of him, his hair is completely white. For the following few days, the story of what he'd seen was on every front page in the capital. The public was frantic for every last detail about the killer who'd come back to life. As you've seen, an exhibit was even created here at Madame Tussauds.
I can quite understand why the man's hair turned white, certainly. But what I don't understand is what Mr. Drebber was doing in the first place, in a lonely graveyard in the middle of the night.
Yes, what was he up to?
Alright, following the execution. And this is really going on and on and on, but I think this might be the end. We'll see.
The professor's acts of terror threw London's upper classes into complete panic 10 years ago. It was a great scandal, one might say, at the very highest levels of society. And since the killer's identity was never made public, rumors abounded. After all, no killer had ever before systematically employed a dog as a weapon of murder.
Yes, I can imagine the impact the case must have had.
But in time, of course, the rumors abated. So too did talk of the shocking witness account of the convict who came back to life. It was forgotten, dismissed as a dubious ghost story, as a preposterous parlor tale.
But why did people stop believing it?
Why? Simply because there was no resurrection to speak of, as was established in fact.
Let me think. Soyam Apple. I would have to say both. Con and Wolf both have their unique charm and qualities.
That's it? Okay.
What do you mean by no resurrection?
The police investigated the grave in Lowgate Cemetery and published their findings. The convict's body was found to be buried, exactly where it had been following the execution.
No! But that would mean Mr. Drebber must have lied to the police and the newspapers.
That would appear to be the only logical explanation, yes. The young man subsequently vanished from society, and nothing has been heard of him since. It's rather striking, then, that he should resurface now, don't you think?
Of course, the convicted murderer couldn't really have come back to life. That's not possible.
But Drebber's hair is unusually white, and if that really did happen overnight as a result of shock, yeah, it's hard to believe the incident was an out-and-out lie. Indeed.
What a bleeding Nora, Odo? What have you gone done?
Gina, what are you doing here?
I asked Iris, and she said this is where you be, so... So,
Gina, not so loud in the museum.
Madame Dispels will have you take a position as a waxwork if you're not careful.
I think there might be a more pressing concern.
She's got a gun. She's always got a gun, this girl. And she's pointing it straight at us. I still had some flash powder left from 6 months ago, so...
All right, Gina, we understand, but please put down the gun.
It's like a flash gun. It's like supposedly not dangerous, except making a big scene.
Sorry, I got scared. You should try being the one on the other end of the barrel.
So, what brings you here, Gina?
What brings me here? What do you think? We found it. We found that dodgy cove's workshop.
What? You found Drebber's workshop?
Yup. Toby's nose took me straight there. The boss and the others are heading over there now in a drag, so come on. Here's the address. I got the boss to write it out. Oh, thank you, Gina. We'll make our way there at once. Alright then, see you there.
That was exciting. Oh my goodness. What? Shalms, you okay?
You go. Don't mind me. I'll just stay here, being still.
What?
I know my place. In the exhibit over there.
He's being so dramatic.
Oh dear, someone's feeling sorry for himself. Let's go, Mr. Sholmes. You're coming.
Your words hearten me, I must say, but if I were to shirk my duties here, Madame would have me pay monetary recompense, and Iris's dinner plate would be empty once more.
Forget that. I'll pay for everything.
Wait, do I have money? I thought I was like a regular student. Then there's not a moment to lose, my dear fellow. I shall hail a carriage at once. No offer to share the cost from Mr. Sholmes, then.
I shall gladly pay half, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thank you, Mrs. Sato.
Right, let's go.
Alright, that's gonna be the end for today. We're ending on a cliffhanger. Hahaha. That means you'll have to return next Sunday to see what happens in Trevor's workshop. And are we going to find the man himself? Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Dun dun dun! Indeed. Because it is past 3 hours and it is 1:48 now, so I better actually get to bed soon. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to, hopefully we get to actually like meet Kazuma again and that he's not actually dead. That would be awesome. I gotta always double save because I'm paranoid. Yes. Okay. Alright. So let's see who's on that we can raid. Alright. Let's take a look. Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It's been good. And yeah, not too many people are on right now. It was fun though. I always really enjoy doing the voices. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming and having a good time, I hope. And otherwise, yeah, where should we go? I wonder, is anyone else playing I wonder if anyone else is playing Ace Attorney. I could always raid a new person. Let's see.
Goodbye. Execal_is__ here. Take care and have a great day.
Alright, we're gonna raid this random person that I have no idea anything about them. But, yeah. They're called Neo, and they're playing Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So we'll raid them just for fun. Alright. Let's go. Wait, OBS disconnected. No! Hopefully it's gonna come back. OBS, come back. Alright. Alright, I'm not sure why OBS seems to have disconnected itself. But anyway, we're gonna try going there and hopefully it works out. But yeah, thank you guys again so much. And okay, yay! OBS seems to have died, but I think it came back now. I don't know why it disconnected, but yeah, okay, we're back now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'll be back on Thursday as usual with... Oh wait, I might not be doing Thursday. I might do Wednesday instead this week. Because I think I might be going somewhere on Thursday. But yeah, maybe Wednesday. But sometime this week, I'll be doing Stardew as usual.
Oh, execal_ is _ here. You know I have a soft spot for Stardew Valley streams. How about raiding a small streamer playing that game?
I already set up to raid this other person, so I think we're gonna go there. But in the future, I'll check for Stardew Valley. Alright, thank you guys. Bye. Good night. Bye.